Welcome to another episode of Three's a Crowd. I'm Preston Vargas alongside Eli Atwood. And Eli, those Giants, man, what happened to them yesterday?
Yeah, horrible sell there. I mean, they were getting cooked by Bo Nix there in the last quarter.
Yeah, I mean, Denver, they came into the game trailing 19 nothing till the fourth quarter. We thought it was going to be a signature win for the New York Giants until the mistakes started piling up. Like Jackson Dart throws a crucial interception in the fourth quarter, and then it was all downhill from there.
Yeah, for sure. You got to be able to execute in the fourth quarter.
I think this is more of an indictment on Brian Daboll as a coach versus Sean Payton. You have to, you got to know what to do when you're up 19 nothing. Yesterday they were playing scared, trying not to lose the game, and in turn you lost the game.
Yeah, you have to be able to maintain your game plan even throughout the game.
Let me go look at the final stats here. That one interception for Dart was a crucial one, but then they ended up coming back to score in the fourth quarter to take the lead with like 40 seconds to go. Then their kicker, I want to make sure to get his name right. Jude um, McAdamini, who's from Ireland. He missed the two extra points in the game. He made one,
Yeah,
they could have tied the game, went to overtime. You make two, you win the game. I think that's the biggest X factor. I don't think he. I don't want to. I don't want to. I always never want to go after people's jobs, but I think his job is on the line. I think he's
his
probably
job
done.
is gone. I think you're being too optimistic. It's not on the line. It's over. You can't miss two extra
Yes,
points as especially as an unproven kicker. I mean, it's not like he has any reason that they shouldn't cut him, you know?
and like you said, he's not the normal kicker. Their kicker Graham Gano's on injured reserve, and I think I want to say they had to go for two on a lot of plays because he missed extra points. Like it was 19 nothing in the fourth quarter or the third quarter. Tyrone Tracy, after he scored, they went for two. It failed. So you got to make your extra points.
For sure.
Then moving on to staying in the NFC East. Well, if it's a bad result for the Giants, it's a bad result for the Commanders. But they play the Cowboys, so it's a good result for them. Cowboys trouncing the Commanders 44 to 22 at AT&T Stadium. CeeDee Lamb made his return, first game back from since he got hurt in game 3. He had 5 receptions, 110 yards and a touchdown. What do you think of his performance and the Cowboys' performance overall?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely, it's like we've been seeing with Dallas, their offense is pretty good. It's just defense, and as long as the offense can outscore the other team, they get the win.
Yes, defense, they played pretty solid, kept the Commanders to only 22 points. But as a team defense for the Cowboys, they didn't really have any takeaways per se, but Washington did turn the ball over again. And but I think the X factor is the two-headed monster of CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. George Pickens, 4 receptions, 82 yards. He's turned into a formidable threat. Javonte Williams on the ground for the Cowboys, 116 yards and scored a touchdown. This offense is looking like a one of the best in the league.
Yeah, for sure. They're beating expectations so far.
The Dak Prescott, another solid outing, 264 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, no picks. But then the on the other side, Jaden Daniels, he ended up leaving the game in the second half. I think it was the third quarter to be exact, with the hamstring injury. What does that mean for the Commanders for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. He'll probably be back. It's not like it's a season-ending injury, I mean, hamstring, but he could miss a little bit of time here, and they just need to be able to power through that with Mariota, I think, as their backup.
I mean, I didn't like what I saw with Mariotti threw a pick six to Deron Bland late in the game, which basically sealed it for the Cowboys. But this isn't the first time that Jane Daniels has missed time due to injury this season. I mean, he missed the Falcons game, the Raiders game. Even though they won the Raiders game, they lost the game in in Atlanta back on September 28th. But they'll have to power through because they got next game Monday Night Football at Arrowhead against Kansas City.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. I doubt they're going to be able to compete.
So we'll see how they do. They got the Red Hot Seahawks coming in Sunday Night Football the week after that. So it's a tough stretch for the Commanders. They're already 3-4. I could easily see them going. Actually, I could see easily see them losing their next three games because they have Kansas City, then Seattle at home, then Detroit at home, another formidable opponent before going to Madrid to play the Dolphins. I think they're going to be 3-7 by the time they play the Dolphins.
Yeah, it's possible. We'll see.
And it's not just the quarterback. I mean, you have Terry McLaurin still hurt after signing that extension in the offseason. Hopefully he'll be back soon, but injuries taking a real toll on the Commanders this season.
Yep.
Then we move on
Injury-prone
to
team.
the Chicago Bears getting a big win against the New Orleans Saints 26-14. Bears have won four in a row. We're 4-2 now. If the Seahawks and Lions both lose tonight, then we slide into the playoffs, I think as the sixth seed. I think we're a pretty solid start for us. Would you say?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely a good start. 4-2. Can't be mad about that. Hopefully we get the win this week at Baltimore. Defense looked good this week. Offense, you'd like to see a little more from Williams, but it's good to see the team can win even when Williams isn't at his best.
Absolutely. This is one of the main things that we wanted to see. Only 172 yards from Caleb, threw a pick, no pass touchdowns, but still led the team down to score a couple times, which it should have been more with some bad executed red zone opportunities. But we still got points out of those with the field goal. Jake Moody went 4 for 4, still in relief for Cairo Santos. But I'll highlight DeAndre Swift here. On 19 carries, 124 yards, and scored a touchdown. Kyle Monangai, 81 yards and a touchdown. 222 rushing yards for the Bears offense yesterday.
Yeah, that's definitely an improvement to what we've seen this season, especially since before the last game. So glad to see that.
And shout out to the defense. Four more takeaways on defense. We had that Javon Dexter fumble recovery, and then interceptions by Nashawn Wright, Tremaine Edmonds, and Kevin Byard.
Yeah.
And then I saw a stat where I think the Bears have 15 takeaways in their last four games.
Yeah, I think 15 and 16 on the season leads the league. So
Credit that to Dennis Allen. Big culture shift there on the defense.
yeah, for sure.
I mean, everyone's stepping up, but I think the Bears are will look pretty good. I think we can easily beat Baltimore next week if Lamar Jackson is out. But if he even if he plays, I think we could still win that game in a close one.
Yeah, no doubt.
And that's a game that
But
that both of us will be attending on Sunday up there in Baltimore.
yeah, hopefully, Bears will be able to stop the running threat. I think that's the biggest concern going into this game.
We'll see how they handle Derrick Henry. The Saints didn't really run the ball that well against us either.
Mm-mm. But bit of a different team.
Yeah, Alvin Kamara is not Derrick Henry. He's way
No.
Kamara's
Well,
way
and Lamar
past his
Jackson
prime.
too, honestly. I mean, Derrick Henry's obviously hasn't had the best season either, but adding in Lamar Jackson, I think that's the bigger threat there.
Yeah, for sure. Then moving into our rapid fire, we'll put 5 minutes on the clock to get questions from these games that we'll give you. Are you ready?
Okay.
And the clock starts now. Eagles beat the Vikings yesterday in Minnesota. Are the Eagles back?
Yeah, I think it's a good win for the Eagles. They've been having some tough losses lately, but I don't think they were ever gone. I mean, you can't expect to win every game in the season. There's still a team that's doing really well. Little hiccup, bounce on the road, but they're back to it.
Yeah, all great teams have bumps in the road sometime. The Dolphins lost 31-6 to the Cleveland Browns. What will happen first? Will Tua get benched or McDaniel get fired?
I think McDaniel's getting out of there. You can't bench Tua. Quinn Ewers played a few snaps and didn't seem too great. There's just no other option there.
We'll probably expect that by tomorrow, I think. Rams beat the
Yeah, I could
Jaguars
definitely see it.
35. Rams beat the Jaguars 35-7 in London. How is Matthew Stafford playing so far?
Yeah, he's definitely been playing well. A lot of touchdowns there in that game, so can't complain about that.
Sunday Night Football, Falcons and Niners. Niners beat the Falcons 20-10. Christian McCaffrey, two more touchdowns on the day on the ground. How does San Francisco go from here
Yeah, I think you just got to keep up the momentum with McCaffrey and keep him healthy. I think that's their number one concern.
to the AFC West? The Chiefs defeat the Raiders 31-0. Rashid Rice returns for the Chiefs from suspension. How impactful was that?
Yeah, definitely big. I think he had two touchdowns in the game, if I remember correctly, and the Raiders just looked horrible.
Drake May and the Patriots beat the Titans 31-13 in Mike Vrabel's return game. Are the Patriots the favorites in the AFC West or AFC East?
I wouldn't quite put him there yet. I'd still take Buffalo over him, but I do think they're number two.
Colts beat the Chargers 38-24. Daniel Jones, 288 yards, two touchdowns. How far will Daniel Jones take the Colts?
I mean, it really just can depends if Daniel Jones keeps it up. If he keeps up at this rate, he could take him for a deep playoff run, but if he goes back to his old self, you could see it imploding sooner than later.
Moving on to college football, Florida defeats Mississippi State 23-21. But Bailey Napier gets fired. Where do the Florida Gators go from here?
That's the question. I mean, you got to find a new coach, and I think they really need somebody who has proven talent. The Billy Napier experiment was a failure. I mean, no matter how you look at it, that team should be way better than it is, and it isn't. So
Absolutely. We thought they would have a good season this year, but still behind the eight ball. Clemson loses to SMU 35-24 at home. Is it time to move on from Dabo Sweeney?
I don't think the time has quite come yet. You can't expect him to have a perfect year every year. Obviously, they had a deep run last year. He's still a good coach. I think you just need to at least give him one more year to iron things out.
I will see. I mean, with James Franklin getting fired and Clemson not, I think they're on a four-game uh home losing streak against the Power Four. And then moving on to Monday night, uh Buccaneers, Lions, Texans, Seahawks tonight. Who you got?
Buccaneers, Lions. I'm going to take Detroit here. I know Buccaneers have been off to a solid start, but I think Detroit's just more proven. They're going to be more comfortable in the situation. And for Texans, Seahawks, I'm going with the Seahawks. Just think I like what I've seen out of consistency there. Whereas Houston, you never know what you're going to get any given night.
I think for me, everyone's picking the Lions and Seahawks. I'm gonna take the Bucks and Texans tonight for the Bears to move into the playoffs.
All right.
Then we go off of football to baseball, where tonight we have a winner take all game 7 in Toronto. Last night, the Blue Jays bats were flying. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. hit a homer in the game. It's now tied at 3-3. And not only does this determine who wins the American League, this will determine who wins our bracket challenge.
Yeah, probably so.
I'll put a screenshot of what the standings are post edit. So the scenario I have is I need the Blue Jays to win, or no, I need the Mariners to win. You need the Blue Jays to win. So what are the keys for tonight?
I think it just comes down to the better team. I mean, it's game seven. Never know what's going to happen, but it's a team effort.
And the key for me is going to be will Cal Raleigh get involved more? He didn't have a obviously in game six he hit the game tying homer before Eugenio Suarez hit the game winning grand slam, and Cal Raleigh didn't get a hit yesterday. Neither did Julio Rodriguez. So the superstars have to come alive tonight for both teams, really. And we saw that with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Last night. So it'll be a good one tonight, I think.
Yeah.
Then moving on to the our NBA preview. I think this is the first time we've talked about basketball really on this channel. The NBA season begins tomorrow night with the Rockets and Thunder, the banner raising in Oklahoma City for their first championship. Uh, we'll talk about the Orlando Magic. We added Desmond Bane in the offseason. We're hoping to have a healthier year for Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. How far can the Magic go this season?
I mean, I really think it's the Magic can go all the way. They've got the pieces. It really comes down to Jamal Mosley and what he's able to do.
I agree with you there. I mean, we ran into the Celtics in the playoffs last year. We lost 4-1 in the series, but we were just unhealthy through the regular season. Paolo and Franz Wagner missing significant time. Also, Jalen Suggs missed the rest of the stretch down the regular season. I think that the Desmond Bain addition, also Jason Tatum, his torn Achilles, also Tyrese Halliburton having a torn Achilles, it opens the door in the East for sure.
Yeah, there's really no super clear favorite here, I think.
Most books have the Magic as the third best team in the East behind Cleveland and the Knicks. I think the Knicks will be solid. I think they're going to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think the Cavs that might regress this season, in my opinion.
Yeah, I personally actually see the other way around. I think the Cavs will do well, and the Knicks might see some regression. So we'll
Uh,
have to see.
I mean, I see your point there with the Knicks having a new head coach coming in. I
Yeah,
don't know why they fired Tibbs after making the Eastern Conference Finals. We haven't been there in
yeah, that was
25 years.
weird. Yeah,
I still criticize that, but I like what Kenny Atkinson has, but you got an aging Donovan Mitchell. So we'll see how the Eastern Conference goes this season. And then in the
yeah.
Western Conference, you got Oklahoma City, the defending champions, then the upstart Houston Rockets with Kevin Durant joining the team. What do you expect in the West of the season?
I mean, I think it's the same West we've been seeing the past few years. It's going to be tough conference. Just be able to see who comes out of there on top.
I mean, I think it could either be because there has been a repeat champion of the NBA in 7 years. So I think there's been a different champion 7 years in a row. I think my pick will be the Rockets coming out of the West. I think if Kevin Durant doesn't fall off a cliff, which I think he's 37, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah, he's definitely up there.
but he can bring a veteran presence to a young Rockets team with Alperen Şengün. They got the pieces to work together. I think the Rockets are going to be come out of the West. And then for our NBA Finals prediction, who you got?
For the finals, I don't know. It's a little too early to say, but if you have to pick a team, I guess I'll go with the Magic just because of the home team, and then maybe I'll pick a bit of a different one out of the West. Let me think through here. I think maybe I'll take the Clippers out of the West, a team
Clippers.
that has some of the pieces to go right as long as everybody stays healthy.
Interesting choice. I definitely have the Magic coming out of the East. I think they're going to go against the Houston Rockets. I think the Magic would win that series in 7 games to bring the
All
first
right.
championship to Orlando.
Sounds good to me.
Who do you who do you have in the Magic Clippers series for you?
Oh, obviously the Magic. That's not even a
Yes.
question.
In how many games?
And four.
Yes. Magic in 4. I like that. That's going to do it for us today. NBA season begins tomorrow, Monday Night Football. Game 7 of the ALCS tonight. And we'll be back here on Friday. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.